Alright, I don't understand why it has to go through this 15 seconds of preparing and then a 5-second countdown. I don't understand. What's the point of counting down twice? Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the easiest way to beat the new Cryo Regisvine in Genshin Impact. This challenge needs to be completed 21 times minimum. It depends on what AR rank you are. For me, it took me maybe 22 to 23 times because I'm getting only 140 versus the max of 150 per run. This might take you more runs than that to unlock all of the rewards. One of the most important things to do is just make sure that you get both of the remaining festering dragon marrows. You're gonna need this to refine your weapon, so definitely keep pulling these. If anything, just make sure you get the marrows and you get the crown of insight, because this is a talent material that you're going to need if you want to level up your talents to max level. All right, so these are far and few between, and they usually only come during events. So make sure you at least get these two things, because there's no telling if when you'll be able to get something like this again. This free-to-play team is not maxed on their damage whatsoever. Artifacts are not the best sets. A lot of them aren't even leveled up. The weapons could be a little bit better, but for the most part, I'm not putting out ridiculous amounts of damage with this team, but we're still able to do it in about 2 minutes. So if you take 2 minutes 20 times, that's 40 minutes now. That means you should be able to complete this within an hour of your time. Now you can split that up however you'd like. If you don't have an hour to just run this back to back, or maybe it's driving you insane running this one mission over and over, well, at least split that time up. Do a few runs a day for the next week or however long this event lasts, and you should be able to knock this out. If you have higher DPS characters, obviously you're going to be able to knock this out a lot faster than 2 minutes. I've seen people knock it out in under a minute. I even saw somebody knock it out in 30 seconds. So but those teams and those compositions are not going to be likely for people that don't spend a lot of money on this game. So I'm going to walk you guys through the easiest strategy without sweating. It's going to take it slow. You're not going to play to get the max DPS or try to do some risky type moves to get the most damage out. You should be able to complete this challenge within 2 cycles of the Regisvine going down and coming back up. But some people may take a little bit longer, but I feel that my team isn't the best, as I said. So if I'm able to get it down in two cycles, I think you guys should be able to do that as well. So without further ado, let's jump into this quick strategy. If you want to see more Genshin videos like this, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future updates. So let's just say this, you should not be doing this co-op. Do this solo. It is much easier to do in solo. In this first portion, you want to dodge 6 ticks of these ice shards that come up from the ground. Also, be sure to watch out because they will tick some damage away if you step on that icy resin. While you're dodging these ice shards, start heading to the left and make your way to that first slime. Once you take him out, grab the scarlet quartz that drops from him, run over to the ice shard, first one's done. Take another slime out, grab his scarlet quartz, head over to another ice shard, take it out. Now you just gotta rush over to a third one before those ice shards come up from the ground again, because that would be annoying. Take out this ice shard, and now from here, it's pretty much like a normal Cryo Regisvine, except for it's much tankier and it will do more damage to you. So pull out all stops, do all your combos, pop your ults, get this jewel down. It's a pretty hefty ball sack he's got there. If there happens to be a little bit more of the scarlet quartz laying around, be sure to grab that. That's just extra DPS that you can be putting out, so don't skip past those. After the first damage phase, you'll see the seeds of winter pop up and a way marker will pop up on your screen as well. You need to get to that, break the ice shard, and get yourself a shield, because if you don't get inside that shield before this blizzard starts, you will die. So it's a good idea to bring someone with a bow, whether it be Amber, Venti, or Fischl. Mainly because you do want to put some damage down for the jewel on its face. My Fischl's pretty weak, definitely not putting out a lot of damage, but even still I'm able to get it down for 2 phases and skip the harder phases of the battle. The next phase after the blizzard, it's going to go into a headbutt damage wave of ice on the ground. So be sure to run up in there and damage the jewel on its face when it hits the ground. There's going to be some scarlet quartz there on the ground that you possibly want to use to get more DPS out, so that way you can knock it down for a second damage phase. If you do, however, fail to get out enough DPS during this phase, it's going to prolong the battle for at least an entire minute. Definitely work on getting it down within these phases so that way you can just complete it within maybe a little bit over 2 minutes. You should be able to find some type of composition that works for you. Most of these characters are free to play. Xinyan isn't, but the other characters are. You can switch out the main character. You can switch out for Kaya, whatever you guys call them. So you have options there if you really need to put Amber in as a second bow user and a second fire element just to have some resonance. You have options there, just as long as you're leveled correctly and you have decent artifacts, you'll do enough damage. I'm gonna leave this next clip here just so you guys can see that there's a separate run that I did, which is about a second in difference when it comes to time overall. Also made mistakes here and was still able to get it within a decent amount of time. And once again, if you have a cracked team, you can definitely finish this in under a minute, no problem. So this was just a demonstration of what you could do when you have an underleveled team or characters that aren't that high tier. Now, don't get me wrong, my Xinyan and my Shangling are putting out a decent amount of damage. But there are characters out there that can do way more. And like I said, Fischl can be doing way more damage than she is now, especially with the artifacts that she currently has on her that aren't leveled. So if you've got a crack team, follow the strategy, you'll be able to knock this out extremely fast. Just remember, take advantage of that Scarlet Quartz whenever possible, and you're going to do massive amounts of damage in a very short amount of time. Go, go. Woo. I don't even know if I can hit it from here. No. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, 205 again. I mean, not any different, but that's I think how fast as we can get it, just over 2 minutes. Now, if we had more DPS, for sure. If we could knock it down a little bit faster with Fischl, for sure. But I don't have Fischl at her max right now. I'm nowhere near. Like she can definitely do a lot more damage with what I currently running with her. For instance, I'll show you right here. Oops. So my Fischl is still only level 70. I could level her up to 80, but I'm just waiting on that. Her weapon, I could possibly, like, you know, give a little bit more attention and stuff, but I think I'm gonna hold off on that because I need these for this sword, right? So I'm holding on to those, but you know, I'm not even AR. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that up to level 90 anytime soon. So I'm gonna have to just do that struggle ways. But at least I did refine it to its max. I'm happy I did that. But in terms of level getting it to 90, that's gonna have to wait. So I could be doing more damage with fish, but it is what it is. So currently, I could be, if I put more into her weapon, if I put more into terms of her artifact, like she has like things over here that aren't even leveled. Like look, this isn't leveled at all. I can give her a higher tier flower if I think I have one that I could possibly put on her. See, this is level 12. It could be higher, you know, to give her a little bit more raw attack. This could be leveled up just to give her some more attack percentage and possibly some more crit rate and attack here. This is level 8, just attack percentage. So she's just chilling on getting more damage output. This one's pretty bad, but I think it just did it to set bonus for here. But you know, I could get more attack here, I could get more crit damage here, or even maybe attack percentage because it's the 4 roll. So I have a lot of damage just chilling on Fischl that she's not even taking advantage of yet. But nobody's really decked out on my squad, right? So if we go back, I'm just using a prototype on Xinyan. I do have a refinement rank 5 crescent pike though. I got lucky with those, getting those all to drop. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get the new actual weapon because I wasted a prototype on this before I realized that I needed to do that for a story mission. So I don't have the new one because of that reason, but I'm okay with having a refinement rank 5 crescent pike because the damage output is insane. So if you look at the artifacts, nothing crazy here, right? Xinyan's got the nicest looking set. Shangling is, in terms of stats, hers are pretty okay. And nobody else really has much.